Hey guys, today I'm going to re-show you how to do the knitting loom, only because in the directions here, when they make you do it, they want you to skip rewrapping this peg here and to go straight across instead of going up, wrapping this and coming down. I found out that most other people wrap this and go down. And if you do it the way the directions say here, you're going to get this weird thing that I kept getting on my scarves. And now these were my first scarves, so I don't really mind because I'm just learning. But it was still, you get this weird, if it focuses, you have all these tight little knits, and then you'll have these weird ones that are like skipping a knit every time, and they're really long and extended. Maybe it'll show up better on the orange here. So you can kind of see that here all you have is tight ones, and then here you have these really loose long ones, and then on the other side you're going to have these super lots of them, and then on the opposite side again there's that really elongated ones. So it doesn't look bad when you put it all out, but you can tell these on the edge are longer than the ones in the middle, and so it was bugging me. And so those are my first two scarves. I don't really mind screwing up per se, so I'm going to teach you to not follow the directions here and to do it the way I've seen other people do it, so that you don't get that really long stitch there. So I hope you guys enjoy my video, and I'll also be doing 2 more videos on how to finish or cast off your scarf and how to change colors the way I change colors. I don't know if it's the correct way. As I said, those are my first few scarves, so I'll teach you how I do it. Don't know if that's correct, so if you do find a correct video, let me know, and I hope you guys enjoy. Thanks. So first off, I'm going to be using some yarn. The yellow and the black yarn are called Love Knit yarn. They're just some yarn that I got from Kyle's grandma for a hand-me-down again. I don't know how old they are or if the brand's still around, and I'm also using Red Heart white yarn. So first off, you can either wrap your end a few times, or like I do, I just do like a beginning of a knot where you just kind of loop in, and that way you can always pull it off later. And then you're going to go to the right side of each peg, starting at the bottom peg going to the top. Kind of, if you pretend like the bottom pegs are odd numbers and the top pegs are even numbers, you wrap from the odd to the even, always going to the right side of them, all the way down here. So you do that cute little sideways pattern there. And now, usually, because my loom is so long and I don't have other sizes yet, I usually only just use the first 15 pegs on my loom to make a scarf. You guys can make it as long as you want. So here I'm just counting to make sure I have it right, and I think I come up too short. So then I'll do 2 more and I recount, because I am pretty picky about my stuff. So when you have it as long as you want, you're going to wrap it and then pull the yarn straight across so it's in between the last 2 pegs, instead of going behind again. And I usually push my yarn down with my fingers because I wrap it higher. You can also wrap it lower, but then when you get to redoing this next row, you're going to wrap, because you'll end up in the middle again of those 2, then you'll wrap in front of the odd number peg at the bottom, and then you're going to wrap the top one again, and now you're going to go backwards, wrapping in front of the pegs from odd to even, or from top to bottom. I don't know how you guys have this, all the way across back onto the left. So they should have this little crisscrossing X pattern going. And that's where you'll do it differently than the directions, so you don't get that weird pattern. And you'll wrap it straight at the end, so you're going in between the pegs again instead of behind. And now you're going to want to use the little hook usually that your looms come with, or you can buy it separately, and you're going to want to take the bottom loop and you're going to want to pull it over the top. I have also seen many different ways of doing this, like some people go through the top loop and pull the bottom out and, I don't know, put it back on the hooks, but I find it easier if you just grab the bottom loop and pull it over. And you're going to do this to both sides. So switching sides, you're just going to pull the bottom loops over the top and off the pegs. And then you're going to want to push down all your yarn again. And then you'll begin your second row by again wrapping the bottom, going back to the top again, and then begin from going to the bottom to the top all the way across, making little X's over your other ones. Always wrap in front of the pegs. It's pretty easy, even though my yarn falls off sometimes. You can use your finger to help guide you. And then also, I usually keep track of what row I'm on, and I'm using just the same paper I used earlier for my new subscribers, but I'm doing different color rows. This is just my notebook I use for like everything, obviously. So I'm doing different color rows, so I kind of write under my white, I'll have 1, and I have 30 rows of white, 10 rows of black, 10 rows of yellow, and 10 rows of black again. So I usually keep track of what row I'm on, so I know when to switch colors. If you're just doing a solid colors, you don't have to keep track of rows. You just do it how long you want to. And so this is your second row, going back to the beginning. And just pull your bottom loops over your top, and that's pretty much it. You just repeat this as long as you want your scarf. So again guys, thanks for watching, and look for my next tutorial on how to switch colors.